Hello there, team. So, we've got two 1v1s today. One of which is a tournament battle from the somewhat recent tournament. By the time of my recording, it's quite recent, but by the time it's uploaded, will have been quite some time ago. This is from the tournament. The second one is just a random 1v1. So, this tournament battle will be a lot longer than a standard 1v1. I'm sure you all know the just by now, but people, of course, take these very seriously. We've got Harad today, played by Kerminator. So we've got the Serpent Guard here and the Mimikill, which is very interesting. It's cool to see the Mimikill brought to a 1v1. Then Haradrim Spears, 2 units of Haradrim Spears, and then triple Southron Warband with the Black Serpents there too. So we've got some Serpent Guard and some Black Serpents. Then Hishari Shadows as well, and the Champions of Nafrat. Beast Hunters there in the front with the Demons of the Desert too, and the Southron Warband mixed in with the Southron Pikes, of course. So interesting. We've got a lot of very special units in the form of the Mimikill, the Demons of the Desert, the Shadows. But that really is leaving us. Wow, the balance of power is funky. We'll see why in a minute, because I've been wrong so many. This is Angmar. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that that's Angmar, but I've been wrong oodles of times recently. So I'm probably wrong again. It's probably Dale. It's probably blooming Umbar. They're like, yeah, we're brown now. So it's like, anyway. So that's really leaving us with like less numbers on the field. But so, I don't know. We'll see. There's one thing that I think is going to be in our favor if that is Angmar. Angmar do not have a massive amount of throwing weapons, which means that the units like the Mimikill, these massive units, are able to do a lot better. They do have Scourge Raiders though, so I'm sure Scourge Raiders would have been brought anyway, but it's not like many armies, like many of the Orc armies where you've got Orc Javelins out the face, or you know, Snaga Skirmishers that are just very, very cheap and very effective for what they cost. You know, the Scourge Raiders, we might only have one unit of Scourge Raiders, and Mimikill are quite quick. They can just move to the other side of the battlefield and stay away from those Scourge Raiders. And I'm interested to see how they play that. So, I could probably stay on 1x speed. We won't be getting too much action going on. So this is the arena map as well. I've not played on this personally yet, but it's quite nice. I think it is good because it's nice and flat, but there are things in the way. There are some trees to muck about in. But as I say, for the most part, it is still a nice organised map. And it's totally enclosed. Of course, you could see this better if it was in a 4v4 atmosphere, but it's quite cool. I would actually kind of like to play this in like a big 4v4. It'd be really scrunched up. But anyway, we have King Angmar today playing as Angmar, so he's got his Warg Riders. Then in the back lines, we've got the Gardens of Carndum and Pikes armoured up. So the armour piercing effects of just about all of Harad's forces will be useful here, but still, it's going to be messy for them. Blackguard there, Witcher Blackguard, and in the front, Angmar Halberds. Wow, we got a lot of pole arms today. Then Inquisitors there, and some Trolls of Angmar. I say those Warg Riders, and because of the balance of power, we must have 2 units of Barrow-wights. We must do, but we'll see if they pop up. But still, this is a lot of pole arms. It's going to be tough for Harad's cavalry to be used. But we didn't see any Scourge Raiders, actually. Yeah. Oh, crumbs. Okay. Lack of Scourge Raiders is definitely going to be an issue. Snaga Stalkers popped up mixed in with these. That's really cute. Just the Stalkers mixed in with the Barrow-wights. You know that those Stalkers are just scared shitless right now. But anyway, they should do alright. Still, damn, those Mimikill are going to be tearing through the Barrow-wights. I don't know. I think it's really going to come down to the Mimikill and those Shadows, I think. Yes, the demons can do a lot of good work, but King Angmar knows what he's doing. He's not going to allow that. But he's got no range units to take down the demons. He's not even got any. Well, maybe he's got some archers hidden somewhere, but I don't know, man. We'll see how this goes. But King Angmar's got a tough fight ahead of him, I think. The trolls, well, you don't really want the trolls to be getting chased down by Mumakil, but like if the Mumakil gets stopped, those trolls can come in and just bash them down. So really area denial, like what area control here. King Angmar just like closing off this entire pass. You know, and he'd have to come running around through the trees and coming running back in through the trees. Like, he is taking this territory. Maybe this is... Oh, well, he's got his Inquisitors sitting there. I'd be so tempted to just come in for, like, some charges with my Black Serpents. But this is why I'm not great at tournaments, because I do get very impulsive. We do have a falling back situation going on here with Harad. Okay, no. Hey. Black Serpents are coming on forward. Inquisitors definitely would love to jump at these guys, but he's staying in the range of his javelins. If the Inquisitors did come forward, I'm sure he'd just disappear and throw his jabs. But no, the Mumakil are coming on up. They've got some good damage arrows on top. You don't really think of Mumakil as being these archers, but you know they can do the job, and you definitely want to try and use their archers if you can. Oops, sorry, the mouse is everywhere right now. Let's just try and snag a few more shots, because everybody likes Mumakil. I like Mumakil, they're fun. There we go. Something like that should work. Inquisitors, you still pouring about. Warg Riders too could mince those Black Serpents. Well, certainly not mince them, but they could deal with them. Haradrim Spears just being numbers on the flanks just to stop these Warg Riders charging into anything. Getting in behind at this... oh, sorry, these are 2 units of Serpent Guard. Jeepers sake. It's a lot of micro that he's going to have to deal with here, but I think he's going to be pretty capable of it, because his front line is quite simple. It's just sort of this sturdy pike and Southron warband line. Angmar halberds emerging now. Jeepers, that's 4 units of them. It's insane, really. But as I say, these Cav are going to have their job cut out. Well, have a job cut out for them. Then Mumakil moving away. It's moving on back from the boys now. It's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what the fear-causing Barrow-wights do to the Mumakil. We've seen them break a lot in the past. So not run amok, but actually just, you know, start routing from the field. It'd be interesting to see if we see that again. Hashari Shadows falling back from the Warg Riders, backed up by the Trolls of Angmar. It's a really good strategy that. Grab them with the Wargs, and then the Trolls actually come in to tear you apart. Javs coming into the... Oh yeah, so Archers coming from the Mumakil, and then Javs coming from the Beast Hunters right into these Halberds. King Angmar will be upset about that, I'm sure. He'd really prefer the Stalkers to be taking this Javelin fire, but as long as it's not coming into his pikes, I'm sure he is happy. We're going to slow it down to 0.7, just so I don't really miss anything. Black Serpents, okay, he's leading these Warg Riders around. Now, although all of this is Lancian Cav, if the Black Serpents come in from one side and then the Serpent Guard come in from the other, that could be a Warg Rider unit just like ripped apart. Hashari Shadows, not really worrying about getting through around the flanks. They're happy enough just mincing them from the front. And Angmar is already down quite a bit, which would be expected, and is something that he's definitely prepared for in this assault. We've not seen the demons start shooting though. Where are the demons? I don't know. Oh no, Haradrim Spears in Skiltrim. Oh, fantastic. Okay, we've got a nice Skiltrim going on here. The Inquisitors jumping in. You can't. What Inquisitors? What do you think you're doing? You cannot get through that brutal Skiltrim. Yeah, fantastic. So this is what I was talking about here, just charging in and out from the front and the back at the same time. Serpent Guard will be dying like flies from that, but it's a good way to sort of for Lancers to deal with it. You know, I've been forced to do that sort of thing a few times, but yeah, Mumakil coming on forward. They will be ravaging their way through this line. Yeah, just sort of breaking. Yeah. Oh god, that's painful. They will be taking damage here. Yep, that's a Mumakil down, but it's very worth it. A lot of these guys will be getting back up, but that was a really perfect charge across the front line. Well, he's not extending his lead actually. Oh, running amok. Are we running amok? He's killed him. He's taken. Oh no. Ooh. So he did suffer a little bit of damage there himself, but generally that was very effective. Now these halberds are getting backed up by the Witch Realm pikes. so they'll be quite powerful there. But still, it's so much AP from the Southron pikes and Southron warband there that it is going to be tough to break through. He really is going to have to get his barrow wights stuck up in there, but they're just a bit slower. There's still this Mumakil that's running amok in the back lines. Just a bit of a pain in the ass. Very painful, actually. Jeepers, he's getting quite lucky with that. And yep, he killed it just before it made it to his line. So that was some good stuff. This cavalry over here, getting just tied up with the Radram spears, who are just killing off these trolls. I know the trolls are like wiping out like 2 full units off them, but still. Serpent Guard running off. Haradrim spears actually come back from routing. Serpent Guard charging a few of these far-flung trolls. Halberds, yeah. When the fighting really kicks off, I think that the power of Angmar is going to be carrying them through, but they're going to suffer for it. And those demons have emerged now, and they're in a nice position, actually, to tear through these lines. No, they're just looking. Angmar halberds there. Yep, barrow wights coming on up now to start swarming them. The balance power is still so bad for Harad. Trying to come in for a charge, kind of. That's a bit unfortunate. Just the Serpent Guard struggling to find where the centre of the unit was, so those trolls are going to be able to lodge themselves in. Actually, a few of them are going to get hit by that charge. But once they get once these trolls get nestled into the actual line, they'll be all right. It's quite interesting to see the trolls of Angmar. Usually we see the trolls of Gundabad brought before the trolls of Angmar. I don't really know much about trolls. I don't know why that is, but I love the aesthetic of the trolls of Angmar. I'd say they're probably my favourite looking trolls. Yeah, I'd say the trolls of Angmar. Even the way they used to look with that, I really liked them with that massive shield. But then they looked like this, and I was like, wow, this is really, really cool. Yeah, so I'm a big fan of it. But yeah, this right side is just getting blitzed. Those Inquisitors are coming across now. Those Inquisitors have a perfect line right to the demons, who are still just trying to throw off their javelins and give us some support. But no, don't stop, Inquisitors. Good, they're coming in. Because if those Inquisitors just get in for a charge, it'll be the Serpent Guard coming in panic, just trying to deal with this, no doubt. But yeah, that should be it. Just they're 2 hit points, but they will get sliced apart by Inquisitors. I think King Amar wants to do some charging, but I don't know what I would do there. I don't know if I'd be happy enough to stay in that fight, or because you can get caught up there. Yeah, I think I would have just stayed. I don't know, maybe that was the wrong thing to do, but yeah. Barrow wights, yeah, little by little, just chomping their way through the Southron line. I keep talking up their AP, but AP isn't everything. You know, the Southron men are just not a good enough quality to go up against this. Guardians of Carndum actually sort of being... Oh, wait, I was thinking they were getting pulled out, but no, they're not. They're just sort of coming around. Let's zoom on in. I think there's not too much that we're going to be missing. Let's see, these demons have no right to be free right now. Oh, okay. The Inquisitor's tanking that. Don't care about it. Sorry, demons. We're coming in again. Great stuff from the Inquisitors, yeah. The Serpent Guard just trying to answer to them. It's trying to charge them, but they're not really going to be able to charge these guys down as well as they charged down the wargs. Even the Black Serpents, wherever they may be, would struggle. The Radram Spears are coming forward. They might be able to look after them. Once again, he's charging in and out, which, yeah, okay, I understand that. And it is actually going not too bad for him, but I would just stay on the demons just because of the threat the demons pose with their javelins. And he's just trying to keep you back. Oh, but all the while he's got these Serpent Guard around the back lines. Oh, he's kind of messed up. Like, I would want them over here. Where he's got these Ashari Shadows charging in. I would probably bring my Serpent Guard around here to this position and start slamming the barrow wights there. God, the balance of power is so bad for Rad. We're at 61 for 55, so he is down. But we have a lot of this battle left to go. Haradrim Spears running from the field again. Actually, I don't know if these guys had routed before, but these guys had. Trying to chase down the Inquisitors, but the Inquisitors are a bit too fast for them. Demons just trying to unleash hell onto those Inquisitors. But I guess he's just kind of going off like, yeah, okay, I'm not winning this battle with my demons. I'm gonna win it with my cav. So he's getting a Serpent Guard out, and you just need to be cycle charging these barrow wights. It's the only real good way to kill him off. Shadows, of course, out of ammunition now. Yeah, they wouldn't be getting thrown into melee like this if they weren't even. Now, the great thing about charging barrow wights is because their mass is so low, you can just yeet them around. Even if they are so healthy, you can just basically burrow yourself so deep into their formation because as I say, there's nothing stopping you doing that. Oh, good stuff. Yeah, coming for... Well, yeah, he's just coming in for charges wherever his charges are possible. The spearmen guarding the demons now, but there's not many of them left, so they can't really deal damage quickly. But what I just worry about is King Angmar, apart from those Inquisitors, like, there's no other answer to Cav. So he's just kind of trying to break the enemy's front line as quickly as he can, so that he can then start to get what's left of his pikes and halberds turned around, focusing on the, guarding everybody from the cavalry charges. And I think it's going quite well for him. Yeah, the whole Southron line is at breaking point as we look at it there. Demons still trying, yeah, great, yeah. Like, this is something King Angmar has been sort of giving him some good shots. So the pikes are forming up. You see, this is quite nice, but it's just scaring me how much damage the demons are doing to it. Oh god, that's messy. Right, this is not going to be too great for Harad. Not Harad, sorry, Angmar. A lot of these plebeians might bolt, but the Guardians are probably going to stick around for... They're shaking, wow. And the good thing is about the Guardians is, of course, they're providing a morale buff, and there's nothing stopping these Black Serpents from just coming in and out and in and out against the Barrow-wights. The ammunition of those demons isn't going to last forever, but, with 8 of them remaining, 5 Inquisitors now, the Harad spears are just doing their best to protect them from it. But, yeah, I think, oh god, if I was King Angmar, I'd probably just come and try and hunt down some Serpent Guard with my Inquisitors, which looks like that's what he's doing now. You could maybe... Oh, right, okay, yeah, he is going to maybe come in for another charge. See, I don't know. I just don't think you're going to be able to outspeed Harad here. Nah, man. Yeah, he's stuck in there, and yeah, he's not getting out of that. No, wait, maybe. Yeah, wow. Well done, Inquisitors. Even broke these guys. Okay, cool. Still, yeah, these guys getting slammed on both sides. 79 for... Well, 80 now for 72. But so much of the power is in these remaining Barrow-wights, and these Barrow-wights just get charged to pieces. The Black Serpents, 14 Black Serpents. Let's say I'd be wanting to come in with a Cav now. I think that the demons can only do so much damage, and you're kind of down on halberds. How many pikes do we still have? 27 pikes there. It's like, yeah, I don't know. This is actually, I was really worried when this first started. I was like, oh, Harad has this. But then the longer we go on, it's I don't know. Blackguard, 8 Blackguard remaining, but I say it's gonna. He's kind of blobbing up. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about yeah, but he just chugged down some iron brew. I was feeling a little bit sleepy. I was thinking, usually, you do not want to blob up. Blobbing up is the worst possible thing you can do. But when you only have a small amount of anti-cavalry power in the form of your pikes, it really is... Oh, that's kind of cool. It's a bit of a giveaway for that being thumbnail, though, right? I don't know. We'll see. We'll snap a shot of it. Oh! See, their mass is so low that sometimes they just get thrown up with no reason for it. I don't know what this guy's fighting. He's just stabbing away at that fallen Mumakil. Just really doesn't like the fact that it just killed some of his boys. Okay, we do still have some pikes, but that's a big, beefy unit of Serpent Guard remaining. And that's still 12 Black Serpents. Are those Inquisitors still around? Still 3 Inquisitors after smashing down. There's no more demons though, right? Yeah, I think the demons are done. So it is just... Still, those Black Serpents alone, I think, even though they're like they might be Lancers, yeah, and he's dealing with them. That's good. Yeah, Harad should just come and try and deal with this threat. Just swarm them with your Lancers. And, because you've got the... I'm going to go up to 1x speed. Because, this is going to go in a while, I think. Because he's got the power here. Oh, that's 61 pikes. I don't know, man. Like, it's the fact there are so many pikes remaining The only way I think you're getting rid of those pikes is if there's some sort of mass rout. You know, you can charge the Barrow-wights all day, you can charge the Guardians all day, really, but it's you can't charge the pikes, especially not a unit that is that big. So he's going to take a few more losses to these Inquisitors, but he definitely, as I say, definitely did the right thing just hunting them down. Some of these Barrow-wights just, you know, I don't know what the word would be, but just sort of making their way past. Charging into them too. I say it's just messy because of all the dead Mimikill around. Oh, that's so funny! I love that! He's using the Mimikill to defend himself. That's really cool because he just cuts it down, so he's only really got like this access point and this access point, because that side is very well defended, and then this one here is defending him too, so so that's cool. That was a good spot by King Angmar. I do like that a lot, but what is he gonna do here? Let's see this. Oh god, poor guy's just getting thrown around. Is there anything I'm missing? Oh god, okay, I thought the minimap just busted. 8. Oh, there's still some demons. Oh, that's an issue with blobbing, and there's no more cav to like chase those demons, so those demons are going to be racking up the kills. Okay. And if he pursues those demons, then that opens up an opportunity for the cav to get him. And the demons can hide, can't they? They're really tough to see on that ground. But yeah, good charge there from the Serpent Guard. I'd say a few of them are going down though. And I worry, like, the problem is if they break, they've not got a very long run. Oh, that's quite a long run. But it's not an endless distance for them to actually get off the field entirely. Let's go up to 0.3 speed. Oh, sorry, 1.3 speed, because I think we are going to be seeing a lot of charges. Has he managed to cut off some units? Blackguard, oh god, the Blackguard are pursuing these demons. They're almost getting there. That's so funny. But no, they're going to be able to get Lance down. Wow, 40 pikes there. Yeah, he needs to, like, I thought that was a really good idea, but I think that might have doomed him a bit, because he's lost he's lost quite a few folks. Yeah, he's lost a lot of these pikes. But yeah, just form up, organize. The main thing here from King Angmar is just don't stress out, don't worry. Like, the more, you know, Harad really just needs him to make mistakes. Because if you see the balance of power, it's so silly. It's not an accurate thing to view there, but it is something to keep an eye on. How many are we down to? 23? 22 Serpent Guard now. Oh, it's these 40. Like, that group of 19 is very useful, don't get me wrong, but it's the group of 40 that is the actual, the Angels. Now, the issue is, since there's only 2 Blackguard, they can kind of sneak around a bit. It sounds silly to say that, but, like, you know, you just might not be looking at them, especially if you know, look at how they appear right now. You know, that when they fall into that sprite, they're quite tough to spot, really. Now, of course, he's going to be smart and he's going to be looking for them, but that charge is going to wipe one of them out, definitely. Black Serpent charge. Oh, funny. Okay, so he gave the charge order and they wanted to go for him instead. Yeah, it's just the way the AI works. I love that guy's sword. I mean, I always see it, but I never see him, like, on a horse using it. That's really cool. So this is the officer of the unit. Jesus criminy, that's a bloody cleaving people in half with that sword. But yeah, okay. I don't know what he's trying to do with these Blackguard. But still, he's gotten around the back there. The Barrow-wights just can't grab him. But every charge he comes in on, is he going to lose somebody? He is. He's going to lose one guy there. Now, that looked pretty bad, but in reality, he only killed, like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4? And he lost a unit. He lost one of his Black Serpents. So, I wouldn't have been too upset with that if I was King Angmar. I would have been upset that I let it get through, but I wouldn't have been too upset with what happened. So, and that's a good sign that the rest of these Black Serpents have probably used up one of their 2 hit points. So they might be going down pretty easy. As I say, I'm the way I do 1v1s is I always do 2 1v1s in the same video, but like I could probably do a full video on this if I wanted to. I won't, but there's another pretty damn interesting one between Coda and Death Eater. So even though it's not a tournament battle, you know that it's going to be pretty dang good. It's going to be boys that really do take this stuff seriously and are very good to take it seriously. Finally, these Blackguard are going down, but every swing that this Blackguard gets, I don't think that was registered. I wouldn't be surprised like if I saw this Blackguard actually take down one of these horses. No, surely he's going down there. What? He is a lucky boy. I don't know what he's doing with these Blackguard though. It's very, very risky, very unusual for me. I'd probably just have the Blackguard hanging around near the Barrow-wights, so that if the enemy charges into the Barrow-wights, your Blackguard can just rush out. Okay. Oh, this changes the game. Where are they coming from? Where's the rest of that unit? Where's the rest of your boys? Oh, there. Wow. Okay, it's another like 31. That's quite big. Of course, they're not quite as good as the pikes, but they're still gonna be good. So that definitely changes things. I think, as much as I want to believe Harad, I do not think that this is going to work out. Demons coming, because he's just wanting to tease with the demons, and just get these side shots in. Once again, a charge. Surely that's the Blackguard dealt with. He's not in amongst all that, is he? No, he is falling. If he was in the middle of that swinging, then yeah, that's not so bad. Like, if he could kill just a few more, I'd be happy with that. Now here's what he's spread these guys out now, and he's got them off phalanx, which is maybe what I would be doing. I'd maybe have them. I'd maybe have everybody but the Barrow-wights in spread formation, and yeah, just sort of coming for him. But so he's running right now, because the anti-cavalry bonus alone from the pikes is going to be enough to really make them not want to charge you. But the thing about the phalanx there is that it's so it's so worrying just to charge you. Like you can't. You will hit the front of them and just die. Picking them apart though quite nicely. Okay. And once again, he's kind of getting split up a little bit. Oh, these guys got deep away, and I think they might get broken from that. They're shaking. They're taking down these horsemen. Okay, right, that was 3, but and they're broken. Oh, that wasn't worth it. That was unfortunately not worth it. But a few Serpent Guard down is a good thing. Halberds getting slammed from the back. These are not the well-disciplined and drilled pikes. I think they're gone, yep. Oh no, they're still around. That's surprising, and they didn't take down a single horseman. Some very swift cav play here from Harad. Every javelin is going to be killing off quite a few boys. Yeah, these guys just cannot really keep up. See, it's the issue with Barrow-wights. That's why I just don't really take I take Barrow-wights to sieges all the time, but I don't really take Barrow-wights to field battles. I just can't really get the mobility. I can't get them used properly. But still, nice beefy unit of pikes. Those demons, it's only 3 of them, so they've probably got the ammunition to last for quite some time. A few halberdiers chasing them away though. Guardians of Carnarvon making it in there, taking that charge on the chin, taking losses for it, but swinging, taking down a horse, taking down 2 horses. So that's 2 Serpent Guard gone. They're coming right back on in. Actually, they didn't. Oh, they went for somebody else, but they got caught, so they're going to be suffering for that. Oh, it's some good play, but 15 Serpent Guard remaining now. What are we at really? 99 for 85. Oh, Guardians. Yeah, so it's. He needs to stay blobbed. Well, not blobbed. He needs to stay together, because if he splits up too much, then he can get picked apart. He can just get swarmed, because he's kind of relying on, like, he's gonna lose, well, like 5 guys at least in a cavalry charge, but then everybody else in the unit is going to swing back and kill off like 2 cavaliers, and that makes it worth it. These halberdiers moving on up. Very separated unit. Okay, are they just coming in? Oh, right, no. I think they were coming in for the Guardians, but then he spotted these Angmar halberds, and they bolted. We've got a split. If he's able to separate them from the demons of the desert, he can't really go for the demons of the desert, no matter what. I think, as bad as it is, I'd probably just ignore them. I would keep my eye on them, but I would never pursue them. I just don't think you're ever going to be able to catch them. So I would just always keep an eye on them, make sure that they never get a nice shot down my line. But yeah, that's what I would go for. Guardians of Carndum look like they're actually maybe having a go. But those Swift Cav are going to be doing alright, especially the Black Serpents are just warmed up right now. They look like they're coming in for a charge against the Barrow Whites. Which, okay. Yep. Oh, well, you need to do this. So they're burrowing in deep, and they're going to be able to get out just because of how fast the Black Serpents are and how slow the Barrow Whites respond to them. You're just able to get in and out. This guy, maybe? Oh, damn. Now that the Barrow Whites have no protection, he is just going to be able to drill at them, which he is taking. Kmar is taking that opportunity to try and pursue the demons, but the demons were a bit too fast and they've gotten away. Yep, and then again, once more, he's really just hoping that he burrows in, that those Black Serpents burrow in a bit too deep. But just, you wouldn't be able to do this if these Cav just were not as fast as they are. You know, this is really where the Black Serpents kind of shine over even, like, say, the Knights of Innuminus or something like that, who, you know, definitely can deliver an amazing charge, but just are not as swift as them boys. Let's probably go up to 2 times speed because I can see this going on a little while. Going through the forests here. We're almost caught up to the demons, but the Cav are now switching focus. In the trees here, these Cav are a little bit slower. And a few of them are going down. And that was that a Black Serpent? Or no, that was just a Serpent Guard. But another one of them dropped there too. And they were shaken from that. As I say, if those Serpent Guard break and rout, it's just going to be the Black Serpents, and even though that's and the Black Serpents are down at 6 as well. And of those 6, only 4 of them are actually Lancers. You know, one of them's the General, of course, and one of them is that Captain with his massive cleaver. But as for the Serpent Guard, they are all Lancers. They've lost their Captain and their banner carriers. Oh god, where even are the demons? Demons just running through these trees still. Black Serpents sprinting out. Nope. Stopping. Some Black Serpents look like they came in for some Barrow Whites. Oh god. Gotten lost, sorry. Gotten lost in the trees. Very, very, difficult map to maneuver myself around. Pikes are still around though. We are not down to just our infantry yet. Once again, into the Barrow Whites, and just too slow to respond. Gosh dang, ghosty boys. A 10 Serpent Guard though, so we've taken another loss from them. Let's probably go up again to 2 times speed. As the cavalry push away, Angmar halberds split up entirely. I don't know where the rest of that unit is, but they're drifting away somewhere. Oh, we've caught some of the Guardians of Carndum, who are surely going to take down another horse. No, they did. They took down one of them, and they definitely did some more damage there. 9 Serpent Guard. Oh, that demon fire. I was like, how did you guys just fall? But no. God damn. I'm interested to see when those guys run out of ammo, because it will happen. Because they used up some ammo when they were a full unit. So, and they have been firing away, but the issue is they use that same weapon in melee, so you can't really, well, I'm sure somebody is able to tell, but I'm not sure when they actually run out of ammo. Barrow Whites moving along. As I say, with the Barrow Whites, I'd maybe be tempted to just have them sit there somewhere, you know, like just so that they can regain some energy. But no, the Barrow-wights really need energy. Black Serpents, yeah, all these groups are just a bit too small now. So he's really just going to try to do as much damage as he can, use up a bit more of that demon ammo, just so that I guess his Barrow-wights have a chance. I guess that really is all there is to it. What are we at? Yeah, 99 for, of course, 99. I don't think we're going to get... We might get to 100%. I have seen that before. But we won't be getting there anytime soon. Demons still throwing away. I say the demons just going for these pikes, going for, well, the guardians in that case. But anything that... Oh, wow, this pikeman's really close. You gonna get him? Good stuff, well done. Locked him in, killed him. That's down to 2. But as I say, I don't think I just don't think... Oh, sorry about that. I'm buzzing the mic. Tried to wipe my screen for a second. I was like, I forgot that my mic was there. I just don't see him killing those bloody demons. 4,000 frames left. So this has been... You know, keep in mind, like we've gone through most of this at like 2 times speed. These guys will have been sweating away by this point. Like this has gone on quite a while for them. The Serpent Guard still at 9, exhausted now, but the Black Serpents are still just warmed up. That's crazy. So that is going to be a big issue for the Barrow-wights. If these Black Serpents were exhausted, that would really change the game, because that would allow the slow speed of the Barrow-wights. They'd still maybe be able to kill 1 or 2. Angmar still pursuing. I think he's just wanting... I don't think he's wanting to come in again. I don't think he wants to risk it. He just wants his demons to use up all of their ammo. So he's kind of just leading Angmar on a bit of a chase, which is a bit unfortunate, but it's really his only choice. Okay, we're coming into the Barrow-wights. Quick charge into this back unit of Barrow-wights. So it's very well. Sorry, it's the forward unit, but it's the back part of them. And they're in and out of there without taking a single stab, I think. Of course, Barrow-wights don't really have the ability to just counterattack upon a charge. But yeah, the trees are kind of something that I'd say is going to be a big help for Angmar. But he needs to... Ooh, okay, some of these guys are going to be able to get some hits in, surely. Damn, no, they're not. Whoa. That's insane. Yeah, clutching in together. Once again, going up to a faster speed. Those demons just being left. The cav is really far away from them, but no, I think he's just giving up on the demons. And again. Stab, stab, stab. Maybe somebody stab. Oh, I don't know. I just don't know if these guys are hitting. One of the things that might be useful is just a break, as I say, from the Serpent Guard. Because they're quite near a map edge, they might just be able to run them off the field. You know, one break, they might not be able to recover in time. And, but yeah, so he's grouping up again. Now, of course, it's much better to group up in terms of just fending off the cav. But if you group up too much, then those demons are going to hurt you. Oh, it's a tough situation. All you'd really want is just like, if there were like 5 wargs, this is all you need. Just anything. Just like, give me like 3 individual mercenary cavaliers. And I'm fine, you know, but I'm not mean to talk crap on Mercenary Cav. I love Mercenary Cav. Oh gosh, these Gardens of Carndon pursuing there. Oy, oy. So I suppose I'll talk about army compositions. I think army comps were pretty solid. I don't think that, I mean, like Angmar did not expect this to be the army off Harad. Sorry, I stopped there for a second. I thought they might have been able to close in. They are, like I say, Angmar's doing the right thing here. He really is doing everything properly, but the problem is just that, you know, it's what he's got to deal with here is just very difficult with the units he has. The Barrow-wights are just too slow to really make good on these things. I think, as I say, had he taken his Inquisitors and tried to deal with the enemy cav instead of continuing to slam into the not the Barrow-wights, the demons, maybe that would have been better. because he would have definitely minced through some more. But then the demons would have unleashed a lot more hell on him. Oh, admitted defeat. Oh, wait. Oh! I guess he just kind of... I guess he just gave up there. That's fair. Not a bad fight, boys. Definitely not a bad fight. I thought his demons got caught, because to say if his demons got caught, then that's it over. Black Serpents there. Racked up some good kills. Serpent Guard, very good. These Serpent Guard were countered quite nicely. The Mumakil actually really racked up some nice kills, which is good to see, because we've just seen Mumakil getting absolutely stomped for some time now, so it's nice to see them show themselves up. Shari Shadows, good stuff from the boys. Demons there, very nice. Maybe he ran out of ammo. Maybe he ran out of ammo for his demons, and he was just like, yeah, I'm done. But yeah, then double Beast Hunters there, good stuff. Yeah, generally positive kills is always pleasant. Champions got dunked on, but I guess they were right up against like a solid pipeline, so it's fair. Maybe the Blackguard focused in on the demons too. Sorry, the champions. The pipeline as a whole was quite effective, 117, very nice. Southron Warband just there to provide some rigidity, but their AP allowing them to get a few kills. And then the Haradrim Spearmen were just there fighting trolls and inquisitors and wargs. So they gave a very good showing of themselves, I'd like to say. King Angmar had a very tough situation. It's good that he held his focus, he didn't give in. I think I would have probably lost my temper and just been like, I'm done, admit defeat, I don't care. But no, he held through, and you know, yeah, fantastic for him. So awesome. Thank you very much for that, and see you guys in the next one. So this at 17,000 frames is quite a bit shorter. We've got Imladris, played by Coda. As I said, he's got his Gwathi Ruktor. Now, I think that's with an armor upgrade. As I said, I really should play Imladris a bit. We'll see. Swords of Rivendell, beefy front line, lots of numbers there with those boys. Spears of Rivendell, no armor upgrades for the Spears of Rivendell either. Okay, cool. I like that. Then Imladris Sentries, double Imladris Sentries, and any range component here? No, lots of cav. The Eldrimway Lancers, Riders the Bruinen, Gwathi Ruktor, as I say, Riders the Bruinen again. He does have some archers out front. Again, no armor upgrades for any of them, but it looks like the Godhillim. Oh god, sorry, bourbon on mic again. Chug down some more soda. Then Archers of Rivendell, and more Archers of Rivendell. Over here at the Gwathi Arthedain as well. So he's, of course, organising his formation, but that was just rattling through his army as a whole. Yeah, I think this is responsible. When you do play as Imladris, I do often find it quite strange when people play as Imladris and they bring a lot of archers. I guess your enemy doesn't often expect it, but you should always... I think Imladris needs some sort of range component. I've seen them be played very well as just a rush, but I think a few archers is useful. And the Godflame are very, very good, and the General Archer Rivendell certainly not so bad, but they will die pretty quick to counter fire. But still, his whole army seems to just be a case of, well, Swords of Rivendell mixed in with Spears of Rivendell, they'll get some good kills. Sentries as well, and but his main killing power, I think, is going to come from the Cav up against this dark blue Dol Amroth. Yes, Arthedain. It's Arthedain. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. I had a little suspicion. Arthedain does have the ability to take some good counters to Cav, so we'll see what we've got. Oh, I like this. Archers on the flanks with stakes protecting them. So we've got some double Arthedain marksmen with armor upgrades. So even though they might be getting outshot by the Archers of Rivendell, they should be able to withstand that punishment. Wardens of the North there too, so those Godhillim are going to be struggling in an archer engagement. He's got his Arthedain pikes with an armor upgrade mixed in with the Evendom spears. So it's very, quite cost effective, but very, very good. Then a Numinous Gate Guard with some more pikes, but then mixed in. Cheaper sake, is this really what I'm seeing? I'm seeing Arthedain pikes Innuminous Gate Guards and Evandim Spears there. Okay, that's not really something you can break through. Forest Aaron Knights there do a bit of lancing down, but they got to watch out for the Elven Cav. Dunedain Scouts could try to outshoot the Riders of the Bruinen, not too bad. And then the Knights of Innuminous, who at least can go toe-to-toe with a Gwathi Rogdor. So, okay, good. Wait, sorry, how many is that? That's one unit, yep. Initial thing I'm worried about, these pikes, Arthedain pikes, are going to be outranging the spears of Rivendell. But, of course, they will not outrange the Imladris sentries. And, no, I'm excited. I think we don't really have as much counter cavalry power as I was hoping to see from Arthedain. But these knights will be able to lock... Oh, some Royal Court of House Amlath are here too. Okay. So it's kind of going to be a case of who can do the most damage to each other's infantry line fastest. As the Royal Court comes slamming in, and along with the Forest Aaron Knights, and over here the Eldrimway Lancers and the Gwathi Rogdor are coming slamming on in. And a lot of Spears of Rivendell though is going to make that a bit difficult. Archer Rivendell opening up. Is he just firing onto the main line? He is just firing onto the main line, but Evandim Spears, that's their purpose. Just try and take this beating so that the pikes do not. And when Death Eater's archers get lined up in front, they're going to be able to start firing back. Now, of course, I'm sure Death Eater doesn't really want to be mincing his enemy's archers. He really wants to be going toe-to-toe with his more important infantry. Dunedain Scouts are actually getting eviscerated by the Riders of the Bruinen, which is a bit unfortunate for these boys. They've killed a handful of them. Yeah, and it'll do okay, but yeah, you really need to make sure that they get their ammunition used up. To be honest, if I reached that point, I'd probably pull them all back and just use them as foot archers for the later stages of the game, because this is very effective right now. I say I don't touch the Dunedain Scouts. I just don't. I don't see them being too useful, and I think they're going to be gone here. One touch, they'll be wiped. Yep, that's him finished. And that was a very, very good little trade there for Coda. He might get charged down by the Knights of Innuminous, but I think he's going to be out of there before they arrive. And the next unit of the Riders of the Bruinen are now going to be able to just unload onto his units freely. Wardens to the north are coming over here. They're taking a beating from the Godhalim, though, which is a bit painful for them. But if they do get set up nicely, they can quite quickly mince their way through this cavalry. And if the Godhalim are targeting the Wardens, yeah, no, that's basically the perfect target for them, I would say. You know, at least is going to mean that the Royal Court and the Knights don't have an enemy range unit that is going to be able to snipe them down too quick. Arthedain Marksman coming on up. Blasted into the Godhalim. Okay, cool. Definitely nice to shoot them in the back. Archers of Rivendell, as I say, you don't really want to be using your ammunition against the Archers of Rivendell. But you might have to, is the thing. Lancers just waiting for their chance. Wardens the north over here, very sort of spread out, but getting shot by the Godhalim's ammunition is just going to really be messing up your formation. So hopefully they're going to be able to organise themselves now. The Wardens do have a great range, but I think the Godhalim do outrange them. They've not taken too many losses, but the damage has been quite nicely spread out across the units, so they're going to be pretty badly injured overall. A lot of those 2 hit points getting, a lot of hit point loss. Still firing into them with the Arthedain Marksman. But as I say, we really need a bit more damaging fire from the Wardens. But the Wardens really seem to be wanting to focus on the Riders of the Bruinen. Okay, which I'm happy with. I think that's a fair enough choice there. I did like his positioning of his archers on his right flank, but I think it was definitely very important to bring your archers back on like this. I think he was maybe just positioning them there in case of a wild rush in Imladris, you know, which, as I said, you've seen that, you know, we can see that, and it does work quite well. Godhalim coming on out, Gwathi Rogdor watching out so that we can't just charge them on down. Everybody's being very careful with their cavalry as we speak. But, yeah, because we just saw in the last one how effective cavalry can be just entirely by themselves. You know, you really can just rely on them to get the job done a lot of the time. And, you know, the Harad attacks may have not ended up working out, but they really rattled into a lot of the army. We're at 3 for 7, so that does look pretty bad for our Arthedain brother, but Coda's used up a lot of ammunition to get that done. And the Godlim are coming in close. Really close here, which is going to mean that the Arthedain marksmen are going to be able to land most of their shots. And as I say, if suddenly Death Eater's wardens turn around and start a little archer duel with Godlim, backed up by a lot of close range fire from the Arthedain marksmen, this might be messy for the Godlim. And but I don't know, he seems pretty confident with it. Archers of Rivendell stepping up. Swords of Rivendell coming around the flank. A lot of movement from these armies, which I very much like. I do enjoy it when we get a bit of, you know, trying to just sort of get around each other at the start of the battle. Just sort of see if you can... It gives a lot of life to a lot of these maps. This is, of course, the dry lake bed, which we see it a lot. But if you do shift around, suddenly you enter into a part of the battlefield that you never really see. So it feels like a whole new map. Arthedain marksmen here holding their fire. These guys still rattling in to the Godlim. Doing alright. Getting relatively effective fire. Rides the Bruin coming on around. Actually catching the Wardens. That's a shame. Yeah. They will take some shots for that, no doubt. The Riders. But that was a good catch there from Coda. I think he's used up most of their ammunition as well. So if he does lose some of these guys, it's really not too much of an issue for him. But he just stops these Wardens from fire and he kills off a lot of them because they'll be useful in melee afterward. And Lord, if they are about to all get wiped out, and because he's come forward, he can only... Death Eater just doesn't have enough counter cavalry power here. He cannot deal with everything coming forward at once. So I think this is going to maybe lead to Death Eater having to fold inside of himself a bit, which is kind of it'll give sort of a little early victory to Coda. I know we're 5,000 frames in to a 1v1, but it still is early in this stage. You know, pulling those cavalry back. We're at 4 for 9 though. So the elves of Imladris have not been totally unscathed by all of this. Let's see, are these guys pulling out their bows again? Nope, they are. So Coda just saw his opportunity and he took it. So that was good. He's not out of ammunition. God, these poor wardens in the north. I do love this unit, but they need to use up their ammunition. And this is where the general is too. I'd pull them on back. I know they're kind of needed to respond to the fire from the riders, but like the possibility of losing your general and everything, I'd probably just get him back to like, oh god, like hide him here so that the Godlim can't shoot him. And I think he is trying to fall back, but it's just the Godlim's ammunition just throwing him around. Only 3 of them left. General and 2 of the bowmen. Cavalry look like they might be wanting to come in for a snap. I was midway through saying snap, and then I was like, oh, snack would be quite a nice word. And I was like, so it just merged into one. 3, yeah, so they should get away. The Godlim will probably unload another shot. How are the Godlim doing? Because they have used up a lot of ammo. They're hiding there, but the volley is still coming in at them. But that'll be the last shot. You're not able to shoot at a hidden enemy. And of course we do not have like an attack ground order, as you do in for a lot of range units in the later games, I should say. I suppose about 10 years old. Okay, Godlim have popped up again, and they're opening fire on the Arthedain marksman there. So I guess he's maybe, he's used up quite a lot of his ammo, so he is happy enough just getting rid of what's left, just trying to solidify his archer advantage. Or actually, sorry, no, he was going into the cavalry. And once again, it's just pushing the cavalry away from the front line, just gaining this ground for him. And allowing him to maybe come in for a cavalry charge against Arthedain's archers. Rise of the Bruinen getting a bit cocky over there, but Forest Aaron Knights come in to chase them off. They may not be anti-cavalry, but they are a heavily armoured lancer, so if they come in and, well, relatively well-armoured lancer, if they come in for a quick little charge there, they should be able to just do some damage and then get out. But yep, Coda is arriving now. The Forest Aaron Knights are coming in to try and protect the archers. Oh, Troll Slayers popped up. And yep, I would be doing the same. I'd be getting the hell out of there, because Troll Slayers are a lovely unit to just mince into the Gwathi Rock Door. Sure, the God Halim would love to fire into the Troll Slayers right now, but they will be trying to disappear as quickly as they appeared. Yep, Death Eater is shifting his formation around now. Arthedain Marksman still opening up. If they can fire into the Rise of the Bruinen, that's awesome. Zooming these shots over. Yeah, Royal Court, especially if you're hitting them from the front or the side, they can shrug off a lot of that fire. The Royal Court have to be like, as I say, I do think the Royal Court of House Thorondor look better, but the Royal Court of House Amlath are up there. I freaking love the white cape. They're just, yeah, one of my favourite looking units. Probably, you know, as I say, probably second favourite. Top is Royal Court of House Thorondor. Knights of, Forest Aaron Knights chasing them away once again. Yeah, poor Dunedain scouts. They just got overwhelmed by the Elven archers. Went down really quick. As I say, they're so lightly armoured, and they just don't really seem to pack a necessary punch for me to take them. But I don't really like horse archers anyway. I don't like cavalry full stop, as I often say. Arthedain Marksman still firing into these guys. Archers of Rivendell, as I say, they do not like getting shot at, so they are going to drop like flies under this fire. Arthedain Marksmen do know what they're doing. They're not any plebeians. They can aim that bow. Archers of Rivendell getting really split off from the rest of the force here. I know the Gwathi Rock Door are standing by to support, but it would be nice to come in for a quick charge, sort of scatter these guys a bit, kill off a few of them. But no, I'm sure Coda would get the Gwathi Rock Door in to answer to that. Shifting back around now. Quite cool, okay. As we're still just taking bites out of each other. 8 for 14 now. But the Royal Court are around. They've still not been able to achieve any massive charges. Forest Aaron Knights taking a bit of a beating. They are shielded, which is beneficial, of course. But they can go down quite quick, as all cavalry do. They're just nice and easy to hit. Cav just have that massive hitbox in comparison to an infantryman, and definitely in comparison to like a little hobbit hitbox. It's tiny, so it's quite nice and easy to just lay the hurt on them, even if they are, you know, beefy and shielded. And that is why the massive units like Mumakil and so on, with the absolutely huge hitboxes, it's why they take so much damage and they go down so quick. It's not because they don't have enough health, it's just because the hitbox is huge. Coda's actually giving ground here, which is interesting. I would have thought that, you know, Coda was getting doing some good damage, and Death Eater's moving on forward. Cavalry is shifting though. These Rise of the Bruinen have covered the entire blooming map very quickly. Oh, and they're in the hunt of the they're hunting for the Grey Company. That's why. Oh, this is not good. Grey Company is going to be responding to this fire. Archers of Rivendell look like they're trying to get a shot in them too. Yeah, they're trying for it. But Rise of the Bruinen, I don't know how much ammunition these guys will still have. But no, Grey Company just need to respond to this, because I think they're going to get dismantled here. I don't think they're really going to make it on back home. It's the issue with the Grey Company out by themselves. If they do get spotted, they can get picked apart. Rise of the Bruinen have caught them now, and I think that that's them gone. Oh, that's a shame, because that's quite an expensive force there. But still, Dunedain Troll Slayers are around, and I think Death Eater might be coming in for a more aggressive action now. Now that his sort of surprise has been called out, he needs to maybe do something. Needs to watch out for the Gwathi Rock Door, as always. Archers of Rivendell getting some side shots, especially if they can get a shot into his pikes, which they can now. Of course, the issue just is that pikes and spears, well, pikes in every unit, They have a different walking animation, so they do move at different speeds. So it does make it very difficult to try and move and keep the shield right in front of your pikes at all times. Arthedain marksmen opening up on them again. This is actually quite a nice little blob, even though they're spread out. They're quite tightly packed together, so they are going to be hurting from that. Rise of the Bruin in, chuffed a bits with themselves, no doubt. I don't think we got any. No, all the Grey Company were felled, unfortunately. That's too bad. And now they've got some shots into the right side. Oh god, if they're just shooting any shot into the Dunedain Troll Slayers, that's really unfortunate. Again, 2 hit points, locked morale, but not well armoured. Just about the only source of armour piercing for Arthedain, apart from, of course, cavalry charges. They're very important to Arthedain, but they are quite fragile, as I have discovered a few times. But no, a few too many times. I probably should have learned, a few times before. But still, archers of Rivendell advancing again. Right as the Bruin, really just impressing me with their archer capacity. Oh, these guys are done now. But the smaller unit is still alright. But still, I'm sure Coda will be able to use them as use them to just charge away for a bit, or just catch enemy cavalry charges as well. That's quite a good use of Cav, just because they have that heavy mass, they can just stop. You know, they even just a cavalry archer, he's still a mounted unit in terms of its mass. So charging in, you can just catch a charge, whereas you might not be able to catch a charge even with a spearman. He may still only have a 1 mass, so you can maybe do some good counter-attack damage, but you're going to get knocked on over, which is a bit of a shame. Death Eater is, he's pulling it back. He is with the damage to these archers. You can see how quickly these guys got massacred there by the Arthedain marksman fire. How are the Wardens of the North doing? I don't know where they are. Troll Slayer's still around. General's back here actually. Oh god, I don't know about that, man. They're all by themselves. I know you could grab them with cav if some cavalry came at them, but that's still scary. How just isolated they are right now. But what we'll see if this attack does fail. Then we've got 2 steel bows and a general with a 2-handed sword. So we'll see how that goes. Swords of Rivendell, backed up by the spears, as I say, it's not a tempting charging target there. If you can get into their back, you'll absolutely dismantle people, but still, you don't really want to. Because they will turn around and hurt you, especially with Imladris morale. They aren't going to be, you can get away with charging a lot of spearmen, even charging some pikes from the back. Some lower quality pikes, you can sometimes just get in there, scare them, and they break before they are even able to respond to you, but not Imladris forces. The High Elves are made of some stern stuff, so they're probably going to stick around. Trolls there, well, trolls? Oh god, I'm sure Death Eater would love to have 205 trolls suddenly just appear, but no, they are just the Troll Slayers. They'll get up and Imladris Sentries, good target. Elder Emily Lancers, good target. Waithy Rockdoor, very good target. Yeah, there's a lot of very tempting things for him to unload his javelins on here. And yeah, Death Eater's been doing a decent job of maneuvering now. But this cavalry is all going to descend upon the Knights of Illuminus. Whoa. The problem is the Knights of Illuminus can only catch one of them. So if the Gwaithir Rockdoors throw themselves in, it keeps the Elder Emily Lancers can run around. The Elder Emily Lancers are good enough quality to win up against the Forest Era Knights in melee, which I think is what we're about to see. Yeah, they have caught them. Yeah, and that might be... Okay, Knights of Illuminus coming on back. Good javelin fire there. We've not had the main infantry clash yet. Arthedain marksmen coming on around, out of ammunition, but with that armor upgrade, they'll do something on the front line. Probably not too much up against elves, but yep, up against some orcs, they would do some good work. But still, chasing these guys away. I think that little cav engagement, we're seeing a lot of dead Elder Enway guys. So that didn't pay that. Oh, a few dead Gwaithir Rockdoors. So that actually went quite well for Death Eater. Those Javs did some good work. Bruinen River Wards coming in. Sorry, no, Riders of the Bruinen, no River Wards. But they get caught by the, well, they slam themselves into the Arthedain Troll Slayers, who bring out their axes and do a lot of damage there. But the problem is, you know, Death Eater wants them to use up their ammunition before they get into melee. And Coda's kind of done that so that they cannot unleash their ammunition. So Swords of Rivendell are coming on in now. Good thing he's got 2 units here. So what I would be tempted to maybe do is slam 1 unit on into melee. Oh no, I wouldn't. I'd get them both out. Fantastic. Godlim are coming in. I think one of them is going to have to sacrifice themselves so that the other can use their ammunition. I think we're going to have to slow down for a little minute because the Cav are behaving in a pretty fanatic manner right now. Eldraine Lancers moving on away from this fight, trying to avoid the Royal Court and the Knights who are coming on in. Gwathi Rockdoor broken the Forest Erin Knights there. And damn, they've broken and they're sort of running right on into the Gwathi Arthedain. That's a shame. Did they manage to stay away from the Godlim? Well done. Actually, sorry, the Godlim did manage to catch one of them. But this unit here is going to be able to unload their javelins on these Godlim. Well, same unit Godlim. But yeah, charging on in. Good, get their lances down. Get your lances down, boys. Get your lances down. Why are your lances not down, damn it? Oh well. Still, they did some damage, but they really need to pull on through, especially with the Gwathi Rockdoor. You don't want to be in a melee with the Godlim and then have the Gwathi Rockdoor up your ass. Still, patience from the boys. They've not had a clash yet, real level. They've not had a main infantry clash yet. Just a lot of Cav bashing up against each other. Death Eater has been pulling it back a bit, but his knights are starting to struggle there. Royal Court coming in the back of these Lancers as well, and they were able to get their lances out, so that's painful. Nice AP charge in the back. That might be... What are they down to? Ooh, down to 23 Eldraine Lancers. And they're a separated unit too. Their morale is amazing, but they might end up breaking here, especially with Arthedain Troll Slayers slamming into them. Archers of Rivendell coming on forward just to tie up the main line. Spears of Rivendell pulling themselves away from the main line. But because of the way they've been pulled away, some of them have bumped into this pike line. That's kind of funny. So the Spears of Rivendell have been pulled away from that part of the front line to get replaced by the Imladris sentries, and now the clash is really kicking off. I say I'm interested to see how these Arthedain pikes hold up to this. Evendom Spears just trying their best. Very good cost-effective militia unit. I don't use them, but I like them. I love their stag. I think they're amazing. Yeah, really cool looking unit. So Death Eater's trying to pull his Troll Slayers out of melee there, which I understand because he needs to use their ammunition. But the problem I always find when I do stuff like this is then they can just sort of fold around. But if they do fold around, then you just shoot them in the back. Well, you threw your javelins into their back, of course. Where is the other unit of Troll Slayers? Over here, okay. Hopefully they've still got some ammo as well. We're at 31 for 32, so we have immediately sort of launched into a fairly even battle. Illuminous Gateguard actually struggling there. That's insane. Especially considering they're sort of backed up by the standard pikes. But they are up against Imladris sentries, which is not an easy feat for a man to battle. Oh god. Further along there. Oh wow, the Illuminous Gateguard are spread very thin. Although maybe that is part of it too. Spears of Rivendell actually doing quite well on this right flank. All the way along the elves are having some victory, but these sneaky Arthedain marksmen have gone all the way around the back. Now they might end up breaking, but for the short time that they are there, that should give their allies some good assistance. I'd probably be getting off, and you know, this is where I'm a bit crazy. I'd probably get off like guard mode and just get stuck in there with my pikes and just really try to swallow them up. Godlim really enjoying that fight. Let's see, the Arthedain Troll Slayers are having a bit of difficulty, but as long as they can get all their ammunition used up and get it used into, well, preferably like the sentries or the Godlim. Yeah, good. The sentries are a fantastic target, I would say. What is going on with the wardens? I think he's just wanting to keep the general safe, which I understand, it's fair. Because his general must be so badly beaten right now. All of these three boys are bloodied. So, but I would I'd struggle to fight the temptation, just get my general up here to get him firing. But like one touch from an Eldraine Lancer and he is done. The cavalry's still kicking though. Gwathi Rockdoor's still around. Royal Court still with 9 left, and the Knights of Innuminus are still around, but up against 14 Gwathi Rockdoor. I think Coda should be able to take that, but I'm sure they're just trying to deal with what's left of the Eldraine Lancers. If they've just got 1 unit of enemy cavalry to worry about, then that's not so bad. But having 2 is when it starts to get really quite messy. The next unit of Arthedain Marksmen coming on with the backlines here too. Good. Okay, we've gotten out of guard mode, or we've just decided to go launching on in now. And that has changed things on the right flank. The centre... Oh, some of these sentries have actually turned around the wrong way. But that's maybe just to counter some of these charges or something like that. But risky charge there with a lot of pikes around. Yeah, good little charge into these Troll Slayers, because these guys do have a lot of their ammunition left. So if you can just try to disable their ability to throw stuff at you, then that's always good. These Troll Slayers are probably out of ammunition though. So Coda's down to half, but he's pulled ahead now. And he's still got, as I say, 10 Gwathi Rockdoor. And it looks like it is just going to be a case of trying to escape from them. If they fought together, if the Knights grab the Gwathi Rockdoor and then the Royal Court come in for a charge, they'll definitely be able to kill quite a lot of them, but I don't think they'll wipe out that unit. And this, Eldraine Lancers are free as well. So he's trying to turn around the Gate Guard. But they're just coming in. Oh, the Godlim are behind them too. Yeah, I think that this is it. Approaching the end now, we'll go back to 1 times speed. Right side is still doing alright, but it's only going to do like that until we get a quick charge in from the Eldraine or the Godlim. Oh, sorry, not the Godlim, the Gwathi Rockdoor. Dunedin Troll Slayer's coming on in now. Still any survivors? No, I'm not seeing any survivors. Yeah, I think Death Eater is aware of what's going on, and he's just trying to get his wardens up forward now for a last ditch effort. Sorry, ditch effort there. Stabbing on in. Swords of Rivendell actually doing really quite well. I say I don't really play Imladris, but when I do, I tend not really take any of the militia units. But the militia are quite effective for, and when you do go up against usually these forces of men that do have javelins and such that can quite nicely mince through your Imladris Guardians, sometimes you do need just a few extra forces to make sure that you're going to be alright. Dunedin Troll Slayers slicing on through what's left of the Gwathi Rockdoor, which if that melee was extended, that'd be lovely, but no, they're not going to allow that. I think we'll probably jump up to 2 times speed now. Just as the last of Death Eater's forces try to hold out. Oh, that's quite cool. He pulls off his Evident Spears to stop them getting flanked, which is a nice idea. The last of these flanking Arthedain Marksmen getting broken there now. What's this over here? Broken Royal Court. The General, what's the General up to? Oh, he's admitted defeat, which is fair, I think, yeah. Very good play, as I say, which would be expected from these guys, for sure. I think, well, let's yeet through Coda's stuff. The Gwathi Rockdoor had a lot of challenges to face. The Knights of Innuminus are definitely one of the tougher units for them to fight, most certainly. Lancers there, yeah, quite well dealt with too. I really thought that the Riders of the Bruin were used exceptionally well, just out-shooting those the Dunedin scouts right off the bat, and then also the Grey Company too. Godhalim, yeah, 212, good stuff from them. Archers of Rivendell, nice. Yeah, from just they're not really there to get kills, but 107 is really good. Spears of Rivendell, actually no, I'd say the Archers of Rivendell are there to do a bit of killing, to be honest. Spears of Rivendell, really good display from the Spears of Rivendell. As I say, I tend to sort of rag on them a bit. I love the aesthetic of them, but I just don't think they're very good. But no, they handle themselves quite well. Imladris Sentries though, the real sort of showing. Even one of them getting shot into the back there. I think that was probably the one that only got 40 kills. Gwathi Arthand, more there to just be this very stubborn defensive unit in the centre of the formation. that is just this anchor, really, that's never going to go away. But I never really liked the Gwaith. Well, I don't take them myself. I prefer the brute force of the Gwaith Arthedain, I've got to say. Then Triple Swords of Rivendell, nice. You know, yeah, we talked about that. 162 for one of them. That's really good. So I'd say that really all came down to just the early, you know, horse archer plays, and the early sort of striking down the Wardens of the North as well. They were both sort of two big moves that I thought kind of switched in Coda's favour. I think that the Dunedain scouts just getting absolutely eviscerated. You know, they'd only maybe they didn't get, well, I would say if I put this down to one thing, it was just a case of Death Eater wasn't able to get his ammunition use. He wasn't able to use up like a full unit of Troll Slayers volleys, which that would have definitely helped a lot, and he wasn't able to use up a full unit of Dunedain scouts. They were all dealt with before they could fire really very many shots. And then as well as that, the Grey Company. He wasn't able to use the Grey Company at all. And so those three units really could, I don't think they could have won it, but the Grey Company, to be honest, firing right down that line could have been great. But as I say, Coda would have been constantly on the lookout for it. Something you've always got to be looking out for when you're playing up against Arthedain. In a siege or a field battle, you've always got to be thinking, do they have Grey Company around that corner? Same with Harad, really, because they can just hide anywhere, which is quite, you know, a horseman that's hiding anywhere is a very scary thing, because he can pop up and he can close the distance so fast. Whereas like a random unit of rangers, they're hiding anywhere. Yeah, sure, but they're halfway across the battlefield. They'll take like 5 minutes to get to me. You can charge them down. But no. So I'd say that those were the main things. And yeah, really fun. So that was the end of that, boys. Thanks a bunch.